whistles within gun dog training. The most common ones is Acme, that's the brand, and they do lots of different tones, but the most common ones are a 210.5 pitch and a 211.5 pitch. But they've got different jobs and different reasons why we use them. The 210.5 is a higher pitched tone than the 211.5 pitch. So commonly used for spaniels, close quarter work, because we don't need the tone to carry quite so far. So 210.5 is more traditionally used when we're working spaniels. They're in a closer, tighter quartering pattern, working within the shot range, and we don't need to have the ability to carry that sound a great distance. So 210.5, very, very common, very, very readily available. But the good thing about it is that this Acme 210.5 whistle sounds exactly the same as every other Acme 210.5 whistle in the world. So although we do blow it differently, it gives the same tone, it emits the same noise. So really, really good because it's got that consistency. Another good thing about it is the tone will not change. If you blow it soft, or you blow it hard, you blow it short, you blow it long, the tone remains consistent. And that's the beautiful thing about it. The dog learns to be trained to whatever skill on that tone, stop, recall, whatever, hunt there, doesn't really matter. But that tone is consistent. So 210.5, usually traditionally used for close quarter or closer quarter spaniel work. We don't have to have that tone travel quite so far. 211.5 is a deeper tone, which then carries further. So more traditionally, we use 211.5 tones, which is deeper or lower in sound, for working Labradors, because we're casting them out at distance, and we want that tone, if we need to use it, to cut through the elements of the environment that we're in, and also to cut through the weather and the winds, the rain, or whatever we're dealing with, so that the dog can hear the tone and hopefully react to it at greater distances. So 211.5 to 10.5 from Acme, really, really popular because they're cheap, they're readily available. You can have one in every pocket, one in every truck. So you're not in the game or on the realms of forgetting your whistle, flipping heck, I've got no control over my dog. If you're working a dog for somebody else, use the same whistle that they have, because the dog knows the tone and has learnt the tone. And although you may blow it slightly differently, it will recognise that same tone. Also good in the pet world, shall we say, where you want your pet dog to come back to you. Everyone's encouraged to make themselves more exciting, more pleasing, more la, 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 come on in Rover, come on in. High-pitched tones to excite the dog to want to come back to us. It's just another way of offering the dog some form of high-pitched tone to keep it interested and make it more exciting and enthusiastic to come back to us. So yeah, Acme whistles, really, really good, but they've got a different job. Higher the tone, we don't want it to carry quite so far out into the landscape. Used for closer quarter work or spaniels quartering, where we don't need that noise to travel quite so far. 211.5, deeper tone or lower tone, where we want that noise to travel through the landscape, to cut through the wind and the rain and whatever up on the moors or wherever you shoot your dog. More commonly used with Labradors that we're casting out and they're working at quite a distance to retrieve and bring something back to us.